Всем привет, и вот вам еще одна моя песня из старой версии.
I can give you everything you want to be coming now. I can give you everything you want to be coming now. I can give you everything you want to be coming now. I can give you everything you want to be coming now. I can give you everything you want to be coming now. I can give you everything you want to be coming now.